Hello everyone, and thanks for clicking on this video and watching today. I'm going to be doing a recap on two videos that I've made earlier in the month, that being me quitting smoking weed and me quitting Starbucks. So brief little recap on both. I quit weed and I was kind of going over a little bit of my challenges during it, and I'm here to talk about how I overcame them and how that's going now. And with Starbucks, there's a little bit more to the lore, and we're probably just going to get right into it talking about weed. I genuinely like feeling this clear-headed. There's no lack of focus or the need to feel like I have to smoke in order to feel at ease or focused. And I know this is a big thing that people talk about when they smoke weed, that it makes them feel themselves, like themselves. And this is a big thing that I used to say too. And I genuinely don't know too many medical conditions off the top of my head that would make you need to do this every day. So I don't think this is something that you need to do every day. Granted, this is my personal experience. I just feel that it's not very conducive for living healthy. I used to think I feel more socially adaptable in social situations if I smoke. Not the case. You don't need it. I feel very good all the time without it. I find it easier to wake up in the morning. I don't have to wake and bake to feel wide awake, and not saying that you do, it's just I did, and I'm speaking from my experience. And I've been getting a lot better sleep. My sleep has definitely gone from tossing and turning, thinking I need to go smoke, then I can go to bed, which then inevitably leads me to staying up and thinking more, which is just something I didn't want. Now I kind of brush my teeth, put my mouth guard in, and we're dreaming. Also, a big one too, my dreams are wildly chaotic and super fun. They're like mini sci-fi movies all the time. I should probably start writing some down and do a video about some fun ideas, because they're really wild, and I can totally see how they are amalgamations of things that I'm thinking of in my subconscious, and my brain uses context from the day. Let's say I watched a movie or I read an interesting part in a book. It uses context from that to show me things that I'm thinking about in my subconscious. And it's really weird. It's really cool. I would highly recommend it. And I think that's part of the reason why I really enjoy not smoking, is because I get to dream and analyze my subconscious more. There's a lot of mental and emotional stability and clarity that comes with this non-smoking haze. I definitely feel like I am better able to regulate my emotions instead of needing to go smoke something. Especially anytime, let's say that I'm having an off day, which we'll get into. I usually would lean towards just smoking as the crutch, but now I'm getting back into my old passions of breathing, being mindful, just staying calm and being one with myself, which is a little easier to do without smoking and falling into the haze of all of that. I really love the sense of freedom and control that I now have. It's really hard and difficult to explain, but I like not being tethered to this thing. And I really need to get it out there and tell you guys that this is something that you can get addicted to, 100%. If you tell yourself that it's a behavior changer or whatever people say, you're just denying the fact that it's an addictive thing, that you're addicted to it. Just not the best thing for you. So, as we talked about in the last video, a lot of the withdrawal symptoms are just feeling panicky or feeling anxious or feeling tired or not being able to sleep. For me personally, one of my friends commented in the last video a specific substance to take while on withdrawal symptoms. So if you want to know what that is, I'll put it in the description below. I personally didn't use it. They speak very highly of it, and I trust this person immensely. But I kind of like to do things my own way and with willpower. I just kind of gaslight myself, telling myself I can do it, reminding myself of why I want to do it, and I usually just kind of get through things that way. Easy peasy. It's really not. But your emotions will be all over the place. Just remind yourself that it's because you're not smoking. And that's kind of how I went about it. So there is a lot of social triggers for weed, especially since it's kind of everywhere around where I live, and I drive by 2 dispensaries anytime I leave home. I just kind of smell it, and the smell isn't as appealing anymore, and maybe that has to do with the fact that people around me maybe aren't cleaning their pipes or bongs, so it smells really bad. It's not the best weed smell, and so maybe it's just like that end of the bunch stuff, but the smelling it and the being around it hasn't been the worst thing in the world for me, so social triggers and things like that haven't really affected me too much. I will, however, tell you, real super honest, I was at a techno show and a girl offered me a hit of her joint. I went outside, and before I even agreed, I wanted to do it to see what would happen. Would I crave it the next day, or would I want more that night, or how would it affect me differently? And it was pretty subpar. I didn't really, I got high, but it wasn't, I need this, I want this, oh my god, I love this feeling so much, and I was kind of worried. I was like getting in my head when I was really high, panicking, oh my god, like what did I do? I said I wasn't gonna smoke. It was just a hit or two, and I'm being very honest. But yeah, the next day, I did not want to buy it. I kind of just proved to myself that it's not a thing that I always need to have, and thanks, stranger, for letting me hit your joint. Alright, and so now update on Starbucks. So the reasons why I resigned from my position were driving too far, corporate newspeak, employees saying they wanted to traumatize me, and other employees laughing. I don't think I mentioned that in the last video, but that was definitely something that happened. A shift lead said, "I cannot wait to traumatize you," and all the other shift leads laughed. Not something that you want to hear, not something I want to hear, whatever. Getting sick and being talked about it for taking time for myself, and employees or the store manager not washing their hands. Also, something that is important to note that I don't know if I touched on the last one, every Starbucks employee has to do a symptom check before they clock in or after they clock in, whatever they do first. But my manager obviously didn't. Or lied. Obviously, she lied on this official document that Starbucks needs everyone to do. She absolutely had symptoms. She definitely got me sick. She admitted to getting me sick. And yeah, I'll flash a text here right now. And look at this cute little face that she makes. I don't know if she's bragging that she gave it to me, or thinks that it's cute that she infested my body with a disease. Not sure what's going on there. But those are the reasons why I quit. And so a couple days go by. I send off my resignation. It's well thought out. I am a big believer in leaving a job when you don't feel comfortable or more morally aligned with what the company is doing. So I've quit a few jobs and gotten pretty good at it. I love eloquently writing my thoughts onto a resignation. It's quite fun. It's in order to try to help the company realize what it is that's going on, and I like doing that. But I didn't hear anything from the company. No one reached out. No one spoke to me. I think like 2 weeks later, maybe a week later, I got an email from the district manager saying that I was being fired for job abandonment, which is interesting because I resigned 2 or 3 days before my next shift. So I don't know how I abandoned the job if I resigned, and it leaves 2 options. Either the district manager never saw my email titled resignation letter, or she is very upset that one of her employees lied on an official form and was ignoring it. So when I got this email of me being fired for job abandonment, I re-forwarded the original email to her saying, no, 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 I quit. And then a screenshot of the resignation letter and sent it in a new email saying, hello, this is my original resignation letter. I didn't abandon my job. I quit my job. This is the resignation letter, and I'm very confused as to why you're ignoring this. Maybe or maybe not because your employee lied on an official form. I don't know. But I thought it was really funny. I called my mom, thought I was going crazy. Very interesting how that panned out. It's also really cool that the more people I share this story with, the more people are right there with me about the corporate newspeak and how they put people in weird boxes. It's very interesting that I wasn't alone on that. It's nice to hear that. I know one of their employees commented on one of my videos saying that I called no-showed. I'm sorry that they didn't let you know that I quit. Sorry, but that's what happened. So like I said earlier, I believe it's very important to leave a job that no longer serves you or you don't align with what's going on there and doesn't make you feel at home or comfortable. I'm 100% a big advocate of that. If they aren't doing it for you, you shouldn't do it for them, They need you more than you need them. That's why they made me feel like it was my social responsibility that they weren't making $20 billion and only making $9 billion. That's not how I want to feel at a company, and neither should you. So I wouldn't recommend going about it the route that I did, quitting without job prospects. You should definitely find a job first, then quit your job. I just definitely was confident in my abilities to find another job, which I did. We can talk about that at the end. My mom wanted me to take legal action against the company for lying on official forms in hopes that maybe they would be better. But I didn't really want that karma on me. If they want to talk in their corporate newspeak and ignore resignation letters and fire people for job abandonment, not wash their hands, get people sick, that's on them. I really don't care. Have at it, everyone. That's super special awesome for you. Not my karma, just not how I want to live my life. Didn't want to sue them, whatever. If you find yourself in a similar situation with any company, whether it's Starbucks or Chuck E. Cheese or the potato factory, I don't know where it is that you work, but if you find yourself in a similar situation that I've described in this video or in the last video, I would definitely recommend you immediately start applying for jobs. Apply for jobs, take interviews, use your sick days as days you can go on for your interview. Say that you have doctor's appointments, go to these interviews, be really confident, don't bring up that negativity that's going on in your current workplace. Talk very brightly about it as I did. And once you find that new job, quit. It's up to you on how much notice that you give them. It's technically optimal to give them 2 weeks, but I always think it's funny that companies can fire you for no reason and not have to explain it because of the at will clause. And it's seen proper to give companies 2 weeks notice. And I get why that is, and I get in certain positions it's more so, but if they can enact an at-will clause, I can enact an at-will clause, and so I do. So I did. Both of these things, quitting these things, were definitely hard. I remember in the comment that my former employee said that I was obviously struggling with my mental health. Yeah, I was, and I am, and I feel like a lot of us are, and to shame people for that is a little weird and makes me feel like maybe you're struggling with something, and I'm glad that you're watching these videos because I share these to show how easy it is to struggle and how easy it is to climb out of a struggle. I don't want people on this channel or in these comments to be negative in any type of way. This is all about growth. We're all climbing the same ladder to the same place, right? And as for the progression of my new career, I got a store manager position selling luxury couches at Lovesac. I definitely am excited to get into a slower paced work life, so I can keep doing this. It's kind of a nice refresh to just get into sales, to be honest with you. I've never been in sales. I've never been in something that wasn't a fast-paced work environment. So I'm really excited to be doing that, and I will keep you updated on that as well. I had a breathwork meditation video planned for this upload date, but instead of doing 2 meditations in a row, I decided to just do this update video. If you haven't watched the first 2 videos, they'll be linked in the description below. You don't have to watch them. They're just there for context. And yeah, this is the end of the video. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks again for all my new subscribers who join. We will be doing more talks like this, and go ahead and share your comments on, I know a couple people have been quitting weed. Let me know how that's been going for you. We can get to chatting on anything about that, and yeah, bye.